So g'day, I'm from Sydney, Australia. I've been given the trail name Kiwi, just to confuse people. I started on the 4th of July, unintentional, but that was a nice auspicious date. And the hardest parts of the trail so far are probably Katahdin and the Notch.
Definitely.
Definitely.
We know that's coming up, and all your hardest hiking will be done, and
yes,
the trail will be easy for you once you get out of New Hampshire.
Yeah, exactly.
We found that the trail really changed when we got to New Hampshire.
Yeah, I found it's similar to Maine. A lot of people say the White's really hard, so I've got that in front of me. How did you guys find it?
We found that, well, like I said, everything before the Whites we found was hiking. We call it hiking. Everything after, when we hit the New Hampshire line, then it became bouldering and climbing. And it was just straight kind of hiking. You know, there were some rock scrambles prior, but it completely changed when we got to New Hampshire.
Yeah, okay.
And we hear it's going to stay that way at least until like the 100-mile wilderness.
Yeah, it's tough. The 100-mile wilderness I didn't find too bad, but it's everything sort of on either side of that. Katahdin was really tough, and then after the 100 miles, yeah, the difficulty ramped up.
So is anything, your expectations coming to the United States, for the states or the people or that, has anything surprised you?
I got pulled aside in immigration. That was fun. One of the main questions they wanted answered was, what will be your address you'll be staying at in the United States? And I'm like, what can I tell them? So I got pulled aside. I got pulled aside into a little side room with the naughty people, and they gave me the 3rd degree for about an hour, but they finally did let me go. So
that's interesting.
That was a surprise. Yeah. Tipping is something we don't do in Australia, and that's been a bit of a learning curve for me, definitely. Who to tip, how much to tip, when to tip, even how to tip, because I don't quite know like where the window is. So that's been a learning curve. Learning the money. You know, I sit there like a preschooler at the store, sort of slowly counting out the bills. But no, everyone I've met has been lovely so far.
Cool.
So yeah, it's been great.
Well, we wish you the best of luck on your journey's just started, but you've done the hard part.
Yes, yeah, thank you, and great to meet you.
Nice meeting you, and good luck on your journey.
Bye-bye.
Every once in a while, they'll give you these. Which make life a little easier. I said a little easier. they got a lot of boards to walk across in the boggy areas. But some of those boards, when you step on them, they just keep going. I pressed down with my stick. I got a good 2.5, 3 foot deep in some spots. And you step on that board and it just wants to go down. Looks like people have been smart enough not to step on them and go around, but probably was a good idea back in the day. We heard that a lot of these boards were put in the 60s, but Appalachian Money Club, Appalachian something, what's it stand for?
Appalachian Mountain Club.
Appalachian Mountain Club. They're just not putting money into this kind of stuff. They really need to, because this isn't even real rainy season. They had that last year when they had the torrential rains. This must have just been, well, they said there were people coming into hostels that were like waist deep mud. I can believe it. Well, New Hampshire, I don't know whether to hug you or punch you in the face. You've sped up my knee replacement probably by about 5 years of my life. Torn skin off my shins, elbows, knees. Several of my hiking buddies are off trail right now recovering from injuries on your land. But, and then in the other point of it is, we've never seen so much beauty and the scenery. The views have been 10 times better than all the states we've hiked before this. So I don't know, don't know what to say about New Hampshire other than I'm glad I'm putting it in my rear view. And it's our 13th state, so I think Blue's got a countdown for this.
I think so. Are we ready?
After I step in some more mud of New Hampshire, we are ready for the countdown.
All right, here we go. Georgia, check. Tennessee, check. North Carolina, check. Virginia, check. West Virginia, check. Pennsylvania, check. Maryland, check. Jersey, forget about it. New York, check. Connecticut, check. Massachusetts, check. Vermont, check. And New Hampshire, check it off the list. 13 down, 1 more to go.